Welcome to Shop by Markel TV. I'm here live with MekaMeek. Hendrix, introduce yourself to the media.
Yeah, it's your girl MekaMeek Hendrix. You can follow me on Instagram at MekaMeek_Hendrix. Follow me on all platforms, MekaMeek Hendrix. Subscribe to my YouTube, Meek Hendrix. Yeah, what's up?
So how did the journey with music first started?
I say my journey with music started like any other artist. I was like always in the church, like, you know, singing and stuff like that. So that is what introduced me to music. But like I had to grow to develop my own sound because my voice wasn't as strong as everybody else that was in the church, you know, like, so once I developed my own little sound, like, yeah.
So what age did you start going to church?
Since I came out the womb, because my dad is a pastor and all my family is church oriented, so yeah, I went to church almost every day.
And that's good, because not a lot of people go to church nowadays, especially out the womb. Like, you don't really see that too often. So I praise you for that and your parents.
Yeah, I put God first in whatever I do. That's why.
Amen.
That's why I always end up with the greater blessings, because I put God first no matter what it is I do. I try to put God first.
I respect that from you too. So what trigger point made you decide to get into music? Meaning, was music your first option, or you had other plans besides doing music?
I mean, of course I had other plans. Like, music was never like a go-to for me. But like I said, like once I developed my own sound, because I always wrote. Like, I was a poet before I was an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I always wrote. So like I would be able to say things that I couldn't say out of my mouth better writing. And then once I figured out, like, hey, this can actually be a hobby for me, and it was just like a go-to. Like, I would go and do little talent shows, like go stand on the corner singing with my brothers, them getting little donations and stuff. Like, yeah, I was really like that.
Right. Okay. I respect that. So, what would your plan be before you started making music?
Before I started making music, I thought I was gonna be a doctor. I wanted to deliver babies, but how can I say it? Like, life don't always work out the way you plan.
It don't
You
at
know
all.
what I'm saying? Like, I got adjudicated as an adult when I was 16 years old. It kind of like fucked up everything for me. So like, I was facing 15 years in prison. So it was just like, once I finally did get myself clear out of all that, like, it was like the backtrack, the record that was following me, like, that shit was crazy. So I was like, okay, now what can I do? What can I do? And I started doing music, and that's just been my go-to things.
And a lot of people who get adjudicated or who get in trouble at a young age, they still follow down that path when they get in trouble. But you made the decision to write down your poetry to keep you focused, keep you not going down that same path.
Yeah, I did the poetry and stuff like that, but don't get me wrong, I ain't just jump out that shit and be like, alright, I'm gonna walk a straight line. I'll be lying if I said that I was still setting motherfuckers up, doing all type of shit that I shouldn't even been doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to get by in life, because I never had anything given to me. Nothing was a silver spoon for me. So like, I always robbed Peter to pay Paul. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But when I had my son, that changed my whole perspective of life. I'm like, I can't be out here wilding no more. 21, I got pregnant, because the kid was never in my life, like, my life's plan.
Right.
So when I had that, it kind of humbled me, it settled me down, like, because I would pop like this, like, I would pop. But it kind of, you know, gave me some ease.
Right. So are you a single mom?
Most definitely I am.
Okay.
Sad to say it like that, but yeah, I'm a single mom.
And I give praise to single moms, because it's not easy raising kids on their own. It's not.
Oh, it ain't. You have your good days, you have your bad days, you have ups, you have downs. You have days you like, can I do this? And then I'm raising a boy, so my boy's 4 years old, so he took all the touchy, I want to get into stuff stage. So yeah, I have my days, but you got to be a strong woman to deal with being a single mom.
For real stuff, because I'm raising a daughter myself. She's 4, so it ain't really that easy raising, because she's a girl, so it's like, I'm still learning the process.
See, so you feel what I'm feeling, like being the opposite of what you raised, like,
because I'm still learning how to do her hair, learn how to do her nails, still trying to do what a mother do. Don't get me wrong, her mom in her life, but majority she's with me. So it's like,
so
I have
it's
to
be a 24/7 dad.
Right. I have to get that pattern down. Okay, get her hair done every 2 weeks, get her nails done, make sure she dressed. Cause she like a tomboy, don't get me wrong. She fight every time. She be wanting to play with her big cousin. I be like, you a girl. She be want to play football.
But see, I think like that's the thing of being a parent though, because you have to, like, you ain't gonna wake up and say, oh, I know this. Every day is a learning process. Like, I figured out with my son, every day is a learning process. Being, like you said, being the opposite sex raising, I'm always thinking like, okay, am I doing this right? Am I showing him enough masculine around him? Like, you know what I'm saying? But my son, he's straight. Like, I ain't even gotta worry about that. He's a man. Like,
amen. Praise to that. Praise to that. Okay. So what inspires you the most in life?
What inspires me the most?
My
son right now, like,
I just about to say that.
My son inspires me the most because before I really was just out here living. I ain't really had no meaning. I didn't care about my future. I didn't care about being stable. I didn't care about nothing. But when I got pregnant with my son, it was so many things going on because I was just starting music. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was just starting music when I got pregnant with my son. And then when I got pregnant with him, it was just like my team was looking at me like, okay, what we finna do? And I really didn't know because I didn't want to be pregnant. Like I said, I never had a plan for a kid in my life. And I was going through a rocky, abusive relationship. So it was just like I had to really take a step back and evaluate what was I going to do for this baby's future and what am I going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not music, like, what am I going to do to make this baby look up to me and be like, I'm proud that's my mom.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, every day that's what I live for. I want my son to be like, I'm proud that's your mom.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, say anything bad, but some parents be on dope. They be out here stealing. They be out here like, it's a lot of programs out here to help single moms and single fathers, but nobody don't take advantage of the program. Everybody. I
can say I'm one of them that don't take advantage because I feel like coming from where I'm coming from, asking for help makes you weak.
Right.
Like, me and my baby was homeless living in my car this time last year. Nobody ain't know. I'm still popping up in the flyer shit. Still, you know what I'm saying? Still kicking the ha-ha and still doing that. Going performing shows, going to sleep on the fucking floor.
Right.
Like in my son Lemonade, I talked about that. Like, bro, anything that I make music about is like real life. It's real, bro. Like, I'm not just out here trying to chase clout. Like, I'm out here telling you my life story. I want to be able to hear my music and be like, I've been through that, but ain't nobody, like, some people be afraid to touch real life problems. Everybody want to be like they just so got it all together. I ain't afraid to say some days I struggle, some days I'm broke, some days I'm up, some days I'm down. But it all depends on how you bounce back from the shit that you going through. Like,
'cause people be
that's
out,
what make you who you are.
People be out here pretending and pump faking that they really got a good life. But really, if you going through it, speak that to your music, because then it's gonna make you feel way much better instead of hiding your pain.
Yeah, exactly.
So I give you praise for that as well, because like when you speaking that real, people gonna know, okay, this ain't no fake. She's telling the truth about everything she's been through in life.
And one of my songs is called Life is Pain. Like, bro, writing that song, well, not even writing it, recording that song, because when I wrote it, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. But I guess, like, once I got in the studio and I started, like, rapping it, and then it was playing it back to me, like, I, like, went into anxiety because, like you said, people be so afraid to show that side. Right. And, like, that's one of my first songs I ever, like, got deep. Like, to let a bitch know, this is me, this is who MekaMeek is, this is how I started, this is what made me. Like, I talk about all type of pain, like all type of pain. You just gotta hear a song, because it gets deep. Like, I don't even want to talk about it because it's gonna make me emotional.
What's the song called?
It's called Life is Pain.
Life is Pain, okay.
Yeah. Go check that out. That defines me. That's what made me who I am today. Like,
okay.
All sorts of shit.
So for the newcomers, what suggestions would you give them?
For the newcomers that's coming out here?
Right.
My biggest thing to them would be, don't follow the clout. Stick to yourself. Know who you are. Don't worry about who's supporting you, because motherfuckers will be around you every day. But you'll find out that those motherfuckers don't support you. You have to. You don't let your drive and you die down because of what the next motherfucker saying or how the next motherfucker feel. And then don't be out here, like a lot of people don't tell artists this. Don't be out here looking for a record deal. You don't need a record deal to make $100,000. You don't need that. You need to get your music registered on BMI, ASCAP, all that good shit. And you need to be a registered artist, because you can make money off your YouTube views. Like, you don't have to be out here trying to keep making freestyles and doing this and doing that and doing that. Like, if a bitch actually sat you down and say, hey, do this, do that, do that, do this, do that. A lot of people really be making some money off of music, but a lot of people don't want to read. They don't want to sit down and take the knowledge. They don't want to, they don't want to do a lot of shit. They just want shit handed to them. They just want the glory of it. Like, but that shit is real deal work. Like, bro, you don't know how many times, like, I done went to the studio I be wanting to drop the song so bad. But because I'm a registered artist, I know that there's a process to this shit. I know that if I go drop this song, there's a chance that somebody could steal my shit, somebody can do anything. So even though I know that I got a fire-ass song, I got some fire-ass work in the cut, I can't put it out until all my shit is published, copyrighted, monetized, all that. And bitches don't tell you about that. They just tell you about being the artist and getting in front of the camera. And that's what separates me from a lot of these artists today, because I'm hands-on with my work, paperwork, music, video, whatever. Ain't nobody making the calls for me. I'm making the call for myself because I'm paying the money my damn self.
And I ain't really met a lot of female artists that even like tell the truth about what goes on behind the music scene.
Listen, there's a lot of things goes on behind the music scene being a woman, especially when you got niggas out here that say, oh, she look good, I want to fuck that, I want da. Bitch, no, fuck that. What's up with this music? Bitch, if you ain't trying to support me on that, then we ain't really got shit, because this is my career. You know what I'm saying? This is my future. This is how I plan to feed my son. Every time I fucking register a song, my son get 5% of my royalties.
That's good.
So it's just like, make it make sense for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point I'm at in my life now.
That's good. That's good. So what was the first song you recorded, and how did that help you develop as an artist from the first song you recorded to now?
You mean my personal, just me?
Yeah, just you, or I could be with anybody.
Oh, okay. Well, my first song I ever recorded was with my dad. Like I told you, my whole family do music, and me and my sisters, everybody had a verse on there. That's when I really real deal got introduced to music.
That's
and
something
the song is called "Missing You." It's like for loved ones that has passed away or whatever.
I done lost a lot this year.
Yeah, but so y'all go look that up. Apostle Hendrix and Hendrix voice is "Missing You." But anyways, I did a verse on there, and I hated my verse so fucking bad because they didn't really give me the opportunity to put my own flavor on it. They wanted me to sing it a certain way and do it a certain way, and it's just like listening to it now, I could tell like my growth. Because baby, no.
I went on YouTube. I searched you up. I went on YouTube today. I seen you had a song 3 years ago. That's why I thought it was your first song. I'm like,
no, that was my first song by myself. That song right there, that was 3 years ago. Right. It's called "Issue." Like, I wrote this song. I was going through it with my baby daddy, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. Then kind of some of the same shit I'm going through now. So, yeah, when I did that song, like on some real shit, it was like 3 weeks after me having my baby. I got pictures to prove it. You can go on my social media. I had my son. I got these big ass drawers on, you know, because I'm fresh out the hospital. I ain't even supposed to be out, and I got my son in the booth on my shoulder, and I'm recording. And all my friends, they cheering me on. They cheering me on because, like I said, I felt like it was over for me when I got pregnant. But a lot of people don't tell you, like, bruh, that's just something that push you to keep you going. And that was like my fight. Ever since then, nobody can tell me shit at all.
That's good. That's good. All right, so you recorded "Lick It Good" with Zach with the Strap. Mm-hmm. How did that project come together? Would you say this is your biggest song, or you have unreleased music we haven't heard from you yet?
I wouldn't say it's my biggest song because my song, 50 Shades, like, it's no numbers. I'm like at 10.7K I released it a year ago. Like, my biggest song would be like when the numbers actually speak for itself. Like, that's what I call a song. You know what I'm saying?
Biggest song.
But I also have, like, me, don't get me wrong, like, bro, that's one of my favorite songs that I recorded with me and Zach. Like, because working with him was like, it was phenomenal. He went in there and did just exactly what I said, what I asked. It wasn't no this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? So, like, working with him, it was like he was the easiest artist I ever worked with. And I worked with nothing but male artists.
I grew up with him. I went to daycare with him.
So, you know, like, he good people. So,
yeah,
like,
cool.
going in there with him, like, his vibe, everything is, like, it was just good. Like, so, and then when we did the visual, everything just really came together because we kind of just clicked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we actually vibed out.
Really.
And y'all go look that bitch up. The remake of Kaya on the funky beat.
Where y'all shot the video at?
At United States.
I knew it.
Yeah, we shot the video there on Father's Day.
That's good. That's good.
Yep.
Okay. Any upcoming singles, projects, or albums / mixtapes you have released so far? If not, when can we be expecting an album, new music, and a new release date for your projects?
Right now, I'm cooking up some shit. I got a bunch when I say bunch of unreleased music, like, I got some hitters with some big names. I can't really speak on what I got going on right now. You know how that be when you... Respect. But yeah, it's like, by the beginning of the year, like, there's going to be visuals, everything. Like, I'm going through the process of getting things mixed and mastered right now. I'm still trying to come up with a name, me and my team. So it's just like, I'm just trying to keep the people entertained while I'm working on this album, because it's going to really be big. Like, it's going to
really be major. It's going to be the, how you say, know how when you wait, like an artist wait to put out an album. People be waiting to expect that. So that's a blessing, because you don't want to rush with your project and then it come out not how you want it, then you copywriting another artist.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you that on my album, there's a song I did with probably like 2 or 3 people, and like, no, I'm not even gonna put that out. So like that's you said, it's a good thing to wait to process things, because in the midst of processing things, I can get to know you on a partner level. Like a lot of people go in the studio and they don't go in there thinking business partner. They go in there thinking, oh, this is finna be a hit. But you need to go in there thinking business partner. Y'all need to be sitting there negotiating like, hey, this ain't got me on billboards, this ain't got me on the radio, this ain't got me, what I've been doing haven't got me there yet. So what can we do together? Every time I go in the studio, I'm trying to make a different sound. I'm not trying to go in there with my same sound.
Yeah.
So like, that shit is a process. I can't even lie. If I want to know the same sound every time, then my numbers wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
That's good.
And I'm touching people overseas. So like, that Instagram shit, all that shit, that don't matter to me. I'm making a check every time my music is played because it's registered.
That's
no
good.
matter what the fuck is that.
Yeah, not a lot of artists I heard say that either. They music
and they can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Any artist slash producer you work with so far? If not, what artists slash producers are you willing to work with, and how do they have to gain your attention?
I mean, I don't work with a few artists as far as like rated, low rated, but like you said, Zach with the Scrap. I don't work with Yola Boy the Blog. Like, I don't work with a couple artists, but like you said, now to like gain my attention to do shit, like I gotta really see you working, because like when I show people my numbers on YouTube, a lot of these artists that's on Instagram, they getting these Instagram views and likes, but when you go to their YouTube channel, they're not doing shit.
Right.
So now, to get a song with me, you come to me like, hey, I want a song with you. I'm gonna say, hey, how's you gonna promote this song? Cause me, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm finna get that bit registered. We finna do everything. We gonna both make a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I need to know like your drive is as good as mine. Cause people do songs, but because they're featured, they won't promote the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I need you to go all the way. I need you to act like it's yours, so we can make a real check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm at now. Like, you gotta take your music as seriously as me. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. If you don't know what you're talking about, I can't fuck with you. Simple.
That's real. So how do you feel about these female artists that we have nowadays?
I feel like everybody talk about their pussy instead of like real life shit. And they like to be beefy for nothing. When y'all hoes, only thing y'all gotta do is come together, unity, like Queen Latifah used to preach about. But they don't know nothing about that. Everybody want to feel like, oh, I'm hotter than her, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Oh no, she doing it, this, I can do it better. When really it ain't about that, cause you never know the knowledge that I got. I never know the knowledge you got. But if we come together as one, you never know what the fuck we can be at. Right. But a lot of them don't think about that. They think about self. They think about Instagram likes, Instagram view. Like I said, my mind is more than that right now, like than that, cause I'm worried about getting my music registered. Bitch, I gotta make sure my shit registered with the Tallahassee, like, you know what I'm saying, like real shit. I don't got time to be all this this that. Like, no, we gonna come together as unity, cause I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure it get on the platform. So just in case if this bitch is a hit 5 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, guess what? We're all gonna still make a check.
Real shit. Yeah. Do you have any merch? If so, can you tell us the name and where can we find your merch so we can support you?
No, I don't have any merch right now. We're going through the process trying to get a few images together, see what we like, see what we're going to come out with, take things through the test run. But y'all be on the lookout for that because it is coming.
Okay. So are you an independent artist?
Most definitely I am. I do everything out of pocket.
And have any record labels try to reach out to you to sign you?
It's gonna be so crazy when I tell y'all this. But actually, last year I had the dude WizKid, the famous artist. I actually had them hit me up. They wanted me to do a freestyle and involve WizKid name in it or whatever. And they signed me a $3 million contract with an endorsement deal from Nike and all that. But like I said, I'm not just to jump at the money. I research, I look, I pay attention. If you jump in the contract and you don't know what the fuck you signing, you're gonna be fucked. I could have been $3 million strong, but I could have been locked in the contract for the rest of my fucking life that I didn't want to do. Like, far as shit is asking, like I got asked to go to the bathroom, I gotta fly them out if we got a meeting type shit. You gotta look at that shit because these $3 million really, you in debt of those $3 million. You ain't really
shit, you
know what I'm saying? A lot of artists don't think like that. And once I had a team to look over it and all that, like that's what kind of made me be like, nah, I'm not even in it for a record deal, because if a record label stuck to me right now, only thing y'all can stuck to me with is a distribution deal. Y'all can help me put my music out there.
Hell yeah.
And we all gonna make a check, cause y'all gotta pay me to even put my music out there. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, that's real now, real shit. How did the name MekaMeek Hendrix come along?
The name MekaMeek Hendrix came along cause my real name is Shamika.
Okay.
And my grandparents called me Meek. So I kind of like just incorporated both of them, because when I started going to school, people used to call me Mimi and people used to call me Mika. My mom is Mika, so I didn't really feel comfortable with people calling me Mika, so I kind of just like put something with it, like MekaMeek Hendrix. So it's like really a part of me from my childhood. Like,
yeah, you gotta carry that legacy.
Yeah.
You gotta carry it.
And my grandma, she passed away, God bless the dead. Like, that's why I kept that name for her. Like,
I respect that. So before we wrap this interview up, is there anything you would like to share?
Only thing I would like to share is,
tell your fans where can they find your music, like your platform, as well as you, and any advice you want to give your fans or the people that want to be an artist.
Well, you can find my music, like I said, on all platforms. MekaMeek Hendrix, MEekaMeek Hendrix on all platforms, because I'm really like that. You can find me on YouTube, Meek Hendrix, MEEK, Meek Hendrix. And like, only thing that I really want to share with the fans is like, bruh, remain humble, remain focused, remain dedicated. Don't let the hype of Instagram and Facebook and whatever else, Twitter, whatever y'all on, don't let that deter you from what you're doing. Believe in yourself, because it can be a million motherfuckers around you and not one of them believe in you. And there'll be a million strangers that ain't even met you. So you just, that'll believe in you, you just gotta kind of like keep going. And if you know you the shit, be the shit. Be the shit in every way, form, fashion. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. I don't give a damn how they sleeping on you. Bitches gonna sleep on you, wake them up. Simple.
Anything else you'd like to share? Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me to meet Hendrix and Shop with Markel TV. And we out.